video, I'm going to show you a new method of making wreaths called the flat poof method. I decorated it with items from the Dollar Tree, and these butterflies came from Walmart. So stay tuned and I will show you how to make it.
Alrighty, y'all, let's get started. Let's get it started. Anyway, you're going to need a 14-inch metal wreath form from the Dollar Tree. This cute Celebrate Everything sign from the Dollar Tree. You're going to need 3.5 rolls of mesh from Dollar Tree, of course. Now, for this technique, you are basically going to be using 1 roll of mesh per section. I'm not going to be filling up all the sections on this one because this sign is kind of tall and I want it to be off to the side. So, I have this, the mesh, the sign. You're going to need pipe cleaners and scissors, a hot glue gun and glue sticks. And if you want any embellishments, you're going to need that as well. I'm not going to put ribbon on this one, but I do have like some butterflies and artificial flowers and that type of thing. So I'm going to move this off to the side just for a second. You're also going to need something to use as a measuring device. I know I hate measuring. Y'all know I hate measuring, but for this one, until you can really eyeball it and get your little sections kind of uniform, just use a ruler or something. It'll help you out in the beginning. So basically, just take a pipe cleaner and cut it in half and then bend it into a V. Yes, I have a towel down here to stop the wreath form from banging on the table. Now just take your mesh and kind of fold it so that both edges are together, and then just squish it down like that. So basically we have just created a little tail here. And we're going to take the pipe cleaner and wrap around it and then wrap it really tightly 1 or 2 good times. Now we're going to secure this end to our frame. And I'm not going to be using this inner ring, but the next one up. So not this one, but this one right here. Just take this and attach it just like that. Give it a few good twists, 2 or 3 good times. Just like that. And scoot it all the way over, just like that. Now, here comes the measuring part. If you have made wreaths using the bubble method or the poof method, you know what I'm doing here. And this is the flat poof method because we're going to be making poofs, but squishing them flat. So, flat poof. For this, you need to measure 10 inches. So here's the 10-inch right here where I fastened it to the wreath form. Go over 10 inches. Right there. Just squish it down. And you see how I have this angled where here's the edge of the mesh, it's open here, and then the solid part kind of poofs up on top. That's what you're looking for. Now take your pipe cleaner, and at that 10-inch mark, just wrap your pipe cleaner around it and twist 1 or 2 good times, just like that. This is what it looks like. Now take this and attach it to that very same part of the wreath where you attach this other one. Now see how this bubbles up and makes a poof? Now if we were making a regular poof wreath, we'd only do like 2 or 3 of these per section. But this is going to be a flat poof. So take this and just squish it all the way over like that. Now measure another 10-inch section. Let me get my doohickey here. See, 10 inches there, like that. Just wrap your pipe cleaner around that section. Give it a good twist or 2. You can use this hand to kind of fill out your little puff deal and attach it to your form. Now you're going to be using 1 whole roll of mesh per section, so you don't really have to concentrate on this. You just measure, attach, not a lot of cutting, so this is something you can do in front of the TV, pretty mindless, there's not a lot of guesswork here. When you run out of 1 roll, just move on to the next section. See, here's another poof here. Just scrunch it all the way over. And that's really all that you're doing. And we'll do it one more time. We'll measure another 10 inches. See, 10 inches from here to here. Just wrap the pipe cleaner around like this. Give it a good twist or 2. Then attach it to the wreath form, still working on that same ring, not the inner one, the one next to it, still working on that same ring. There's our poof. See how my hand can go through it? There's our poof. Scooch it all the way over. And you could just let these fall out different ways if you want to, or you can sort of manipulate them like this to keep them all in line. My ex-husband would have been good at these. He was good at manipulating things. But just squeeze them all together like that. Excuse me. And then just keep working in that section with this roll of mesh. Okay? Fill up the whole section, doing it the same way. When you get to the end of your roll, you're going to attach the end like you measure your 10 inches and put it here. And let's say that this is the end of your mesh. Just trim it off. We have maybe about that much left. Just tuck it down in there. Move on to the next section. Start your new roll of mesh. And just keep on going. So I'm going to work on that. And I'm going to fill up 3.5 sections. Okay? Because like I said, the sign's kind of tall. So I'm going to fill up 3 whole sections and then half of another one. So I'm going to work on that, and then I will come back and we will decorate it. Hang on just a minute. All right, so I have my sign here, which I have glued the pipe cleaners to so I can attach it to the wreath frame. And I'm going to move this out of the way and let that glue fully set up and harden. And here is, Lord, here is my wreath so far. Now see, I filled up half of this next section and I still got my mesh attached. It is so attached to me. My last little 10-inch piece here, and it's attached right here. I'm just going to come out about an inch or so, I don't know, and cut that off just to make sure that, my pipe cleaner has something to hang on to. You don't want to cut it, too closely. And then just tuck it down in there. Now, like I said, I don't want to put ribbons on this one. I just want flowers and maybe a butterfly or two. If you want to attach ribbons, you can just cut a length of ribbon. Actually, I don't have a piece of ribbon. You can just cut your length of ribbon, however long you want it, to stick up. Wrap your pipe cleaner around it, and then go back and attach it to the frame. Or you can, as you attach your mesh, just cut your ribbon and put it in with the pipe cleaner as you're attaching it to the frame. Whichever way that you want to do it is fine by me. Now, the way that you can attach flowers to this, especially heavier flowers, this one here is kind of heavy. You can either glue it directly to the mesh like I do in a lot of videos, but because, see, this is like, once you separate this mesh, you see it's like pretty far down to the frame, and there's really not a lot to glue to except this tiny ridge here, and that might not be too stable. So what you can do is just take your flower, pop it off of its stem like this, and then take a pipe cleaner. See if your pipe cleaner will fit. Some of them are real fuzzy and won't fit. See, this will fit down in there. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of hot glue on the end of that right there, and then just run it down in there and let that set up. Okay, let's smear it all around, shall we? And then we're going to let it set up like that. And then what you do is just take your pipe cleaner and run it down through the mesh to the wire frame, wrap around your frame and secure it that way. You can leave it on the metal stem if you want to, but for those of you that have arthritis and such, that may hurt your hands. So if you use the pipe cleaner like I just showed you, it won't hurt your hands nearly as bad. Y'all see that? I was about to put the sign on upside down. Lord have mercy. All right. So now I'm just going to cram my sign in there like that. I think that looks okay. What y'all think? Y'all can't answer. All right. Let's flip it over. And then just wrap the pipe cleaners around the form, like you always do. And what I'm going to do is just maybe twist it one good time, and then just wrap it around this crossbar here too, just to give it a little bit of extra stability, because we're on the edge, because we're right here on the edge, and this could start sliding, and then your sign's going to be all cattywampus, and that just ain't cool. Now, I do not leave my pipe cleaners like this. I go back and I trim all of them down. You see, this is where it starts to get twisty. It's all twisted where it starts to get twisted. trim off all this excess. So all this right here will be cut off. You know, I don't leave the back of the wreath looking all messy. So now let's just get this sign into place here. I like to double check just to make sure it's not gonna look weird. And now let's run our pipe cleaners down through there and attach it and flip it over. I sing to my crafts. They probably don't like it, but it's okay. Wrap it around like that and give it a few more twists. I did have a question the other day about how to cover these signs so that like the rain won't hurt them. Just look over near the spray paint like at Walmart and get just a clear spray paint, or you can get like a clear UV protectant spray. Any type of clear spray paint pretty much is going to be okay for this. And then just give your sign a few good coats of it before you attach it. So this is what we have. And now I'm not exactly sure where I want to put this flower. I think I want to kind of put it down here towards the bottom because I have these butterflies from Walmart. This was in their Christmas section that I got on clearance after Christmas. And then I'm going to attach the butterflies up in there. Now with these butterflies, with these clips, you can be careful and just pull them out like that. And then do just like I did with that flower. Take you a pipe cleaner and I'm going to bend it in half. And I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on the end. And just take it and stick it down in there where that clip was. See? And now you've got something to run down through your mesh, and then you can use this to attach it to the wreath form. But now with this flower, I'll show you how I'm going to attach that. And I've got a bunch more flowers that I'm going to do in the same manner. I can just spread this mesh out. See, I'm just going to run this pipe cleaner down through the mesh. Hold on, I'm going to flip it over so that y'all can see what I'm doing. Hang on. I got to grab this sucker here. Do I have it? I don't know. I have it. Okay, I'm just going to pull it through. And usually I would be flipping this upside down to do this, but I'm trying to keep it so that y'all can see the flower. And that looks okay, I think. So now we're just going to flip it over and just take that. And you can either just wind it around this way and tighten it up, or just find another adjacent pipe cleaner, like this one right here. And I'm just going to twist them together. And of course, that end will all be trimmed off. And it'll all be all nice and neat. I don't leave all these pipe cleaners. That would be silly. But there we go. Oh, I think I made that too tight. Anyway, I can loosen it up a little bit. There we are. And now I'm going to attach other flowers in that same manner. I have these here. And I'm going to just pop them off the stems, run the pipe cleaner up through it, and glue them down. And just arrange them. And I'm going to put the butterflies on here. And I will be done. Alrighty, so this is what I have. Yeah, I'm holding the camera up a little bit higher so that y'all can kind of see what all I've got here. So this is what it looks like so far. Now on the back, I'm going to go back, of course, and trim all the rest of this off. But see how I trim them down? Like down to where you start twisting it. And it looks a lot neater than all this mess here. So yeah, that's what it will look like. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with it. So I'll be doing more of this style. If you would, please give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media. The links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye-bye.